Hi, my name is Mark Eckhart, owner and founder of Long Haul Folding Kayaks, made in America. All right, we're doing a video series here on how to rig your boat for sailing. And it is tons of fun, and I think you'll really enjoy these videos. They'll be very informative. All right, what we're going to do here today is we're going to put on the front mount crossbar board on the Mark II stretch with the double 2 seats in it. I'm going to start out by putting on the spray cover. All right, first thing, the little flat lace on the underside goes under the mast bracket here. So that keeps that from pulling up. Then I come back to the rear. Now I'm going to hook up the grommets onto the screws on the boomerang. There. Now I'm going to start tucking it under. I'm rolling that spray cover up between the coaming and the deck. And that's what secures it onto the boat. And so that was with about 50% volume in the air sponsons, so then I would go ahead and put a little bit more air in those tubes, and that will secure that spray cover on there nicely. All right, so before you set the center mount crossbar mounting board on here, you've got your center mast sleeve here, which you just simply open up, and now you can take your center mount mast board and set it on there and line up the mast hole in the board with the mast hole in the spray cover, and then just simply drop the mast down through there after you've clamped that board onto the coaming. On this scenario, we're mounting the center mount crossbar board / hike out seat. Again, this board is clamped onto the coaming with 4 web bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already got a couple of them already on, and then we've got our bolts that the crossbar is mounted on. Those basically, on this one, you'll have to put that bolt up through there first before you clamp this down. And again, you'd want these snug, but you don't want to over tighten them. Like that. And also with this, with the center mount board, we've got these neoprene sleeves, wetsuit material, that just gives a little added protection between the board and the materials of the spray cover and the deck material. just because now people are sitting up on this board and putting a lot more pressure on this board. We're going to mount up the Baylog crossbar and mounting it onto the center mount board. And again, you know, this whole idea of these series of videos we're doing is that this crossbar will now mount on the center mount board. It'll mount on the front mount board. It'll mount on a single boat, on a double boat. Very versatile. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and just drop this crossbar down onto these bolts here. Like that. There. Okay, and so we've got the mast partner pointing forward, and we've got the cams pointing to the rear. And then this is the BSD downhaul line that we're going to utilize in this scenario. And it's attached to the mast partner. Next, we're going to hook up the ACAs into the crossbar. Next, we're going to put on the beautiful BSD mahogany lee board, like that. And we're going to put in the second ACA. Line all that up. Just like that. And again, this lee board is on a clutch. So in the event you get into shallow water and that lee board is straight down, it will kick up and not damage anything. There's a clutch mechanism here with 3 nuts and bolts. You can simply tighten the 3 bolts to add tension to that clutch if you need to do that. Very simple. So that is the mounting board, crossbar, ACAs and AMAs. We're going to put in the mast. We're going to start with the bottom mast section that has a square plug. Drop that down through the mast partner. We're going to drop down through the mast sleeve in the spray cover, and then drop that into the mast step in the keel. I'm going to go ahead and put up the mainsail. And again, well, on this scenario, we're putting up a 24, but this could be a 24, it could be a 32 or a 36 square foot. That on. Now I'm going to go ahead and hook up. This is the main halyard. Right there. This is the top section of the mast. We're going to take the end of the halyard through the eyelet in the mast. Second section. Pulling that halyard down. That's on. Okay, next we are gonna raise up the main sail here. We're going to take the halyard. We are forward of the crossbar. We're going to run this line under the crossbar, and we're going to run up through the eyelet on the cam, like that. Step over here. And we're raising that main sail up, like that. And we lock it into the cam. So that's the main halyard that just raised the sail right there. We're going to hook up the downhaul line. This particular scenario, the downhaul is connected to the mast partner. That's it right there. So we're going to go through this block here, and we're going to go down forward of the crossbar, pull down hard. Actually, I'm going to go up through the eyelet here at the bottom of the cam, pull down hard, and lock it in place. That's the downhaul now that's hooked up. Next, we're going to hook up the bridle and the sheet. So this is the configuration that your sheet and bridle should be in when it comes out of the bag. So your bridle clips are hooked on to this block here. And then I disconnect the sheet from the boom. Now, here's your bridle. We're going to hook in here. We're going to hook in here. And another place you could hook into would be these heavy points. The hooking your bridle, you know, just as long as you're a little bit behind the end of the boom is a good location. So you know, you have options when it comes to hooking up your bridle. All right, now we're going to run the sheet. So here's the sheet. I have the end of it right here. I'm going to take the end of it, I'm going to go through this dead eye from the front of it, pull into the back, pull that sheet all the way through there, like that. Now here's your sheet. You're ready to sail. You can hand hold that sheet, or you can put it into that cam and hands-free sailing. So if you're just cruising, you can just put it in the clam and let her go. Now I'm going to hook up the sliding seat that goes on the board here. So we've got a piece of 4mm cord here, through a hole, knot there. Okay, the cord's going to run through this grommet, over there, and I'm gonna put it down through this hole here. Put a knot in there, like that. Okay, now that seat can slide back and forth when you're hiking out on this thing, like that. Now we're going to talk about the hike out seat. And so you're cruising along and now you want to hike out. Basically, you're just going to come on up out of the boat, sit up on the board, and now So you got multiple places to hang on to. You can hang on to this strap here, like this. You can hang on to the Kayak crossbar like this. Very comfortable place to sit up here. And that's the idea of the sliding seat. So when you come about, this goes over here, and now you just change positions, and now you're hiking out on this side. And the whole idea for hiking out is simply keeping this boat trimmed to the point where your amas are not touching the surface of the water. So that's the whole idea of hiking out. You kind of go from a station wagon to a sports car when you're hiking out. If you're not hiking out, you're not sailing. Question you might ask yourself are, why do we have these blocks here? Why did we raise the crossbar up off the coaming? The idea here is, with these blocks, we've raised up the crossbar, and we're simply just giving ourselves more distance between the bottom of the ama and the top of the water. It just gives you more ability to balance that boat out when you're hiking out, and go faster, basically. That's what it's all about.